back to my channel and welcome to another squishy makeover. In this video, we are doing an Easter squishy makeover since Easter is coming up very soon. In fact, once I post this video, it will probably be just around the corner, like 1 or 2 days away. However, since I am 2 weeks out from Easter, I'm going to do a makeover now so that it's done for you guys in time. So, I put on my Easter earrings. Yes, they're daisies, they're springy. It's the best thing I had. And I put on my little Easter dress. And I am so ready to get into this makeover. So out of these 2 bins of squishies, I was able to find 7 Easter squishies that are potential candidates for this video. So I have this little bunny from the squishy unboxing that I posted last week or a couple weeks ago. Whenever you see this video, this bunny squishy. I also have these Peep bunny squishies, as well as this bunny head with no body. And then I have these 3 Easter eggs, which I think definitely need to be incorporated in some way. And then I have this sleeping egg, which you might remember from the squishy unboxing also. Now, this one, I don't think it's really Eastery, and I don't think it needs to be in this video. So we can just say bye to that one. And then we have these 7 to deal with. Weren't there 7 originally? I guess there were 8 originally. Now we have 7. I was predicting the future. So I have these ones to pick from. I have not decided what I'm going to do next, so keep watching to find out. Now let's get right into the makeover.
As you can see, I chose to go with the Peep Bunny Squishies, and we're starting with the blue one, giving it a nice sanding, and these squishies were very soft and silky, so they definitely needed the sanding in order for the paint to stick. And going in with a white base coat, just to give us a nice clean canvas to paint on and a nice clean slate, just to be able to brainstorm our ideas and freely come up with this idea. And once we did the front, we flip it over and we paint the whole back side white. And after painting a couple coats and filling this little paint jug a couple times, we have a white squishy. And I recently went to Joann Fabrics and I got all these pastel paints for like 60% off since Joann Fabrics is closing. And I decided to go with a yellow, as you could tell already, because I did test the paint out before I chose it just to see if the color was what I wanted. And this is the design I'm planning on using, and I sketched it out on the squishy beforehand. And I'm just starting with the blue squiggles, painting them on. And now I'm going in with the pink squiggles, which are thinner, and I'm doing them with this metal dotting tool instead of a brush so that it's cleaner and easier and I don't have to touch it up so much afterwards. And then once all of that is done, I'm going in with the purple to do the little polka dots between the little squiggles. And finally, the eyes, doing some nice black eyes. I considered changing the Peep face so that it was not a Peep face, but I decided to keep it generic. And then just adding my signature at the bottom of the back of the squishy, and I'm done. Now going in for the twin sister of the previous Peep Bunny and giving it a nice sanding just like its brother. However, unlike its brother, this bunny is going to have a little accessory, so we're taking this popcorn basket and we're just going to cut off the back so that it sits nicer on the bunny itself and cut the bottom off because we don't need it that long. And can you guess what this is going to be? Well, if you guessed Easter basket, you are correct. And there's this weird little plastic thing on it, so I tried to get it out, tried to use the scissors, tried to use my hands, but after minutes of trying, I decided just to get my pliers, and that was much easier, although it was still quite a struggle, as you can see. And I got that giant piece of plastic out, and then it was time to glue this popcorn Easter basket onto the bunny itself. And once I got that glued on, and I rubber banded it securely, then it was time to start thinking about what color I was going to do this bunny. I ended up deciding on doing a chocolate bunny just to separate it even more from its brother. But first, I have to fill in all the little gaps and crevices with this puffy paint. Just make sure that the popcorn, aka Easter basket, stays on securely and does not come off. And then a white base coat. Totally forgot about all these steps. I was just excited to get into the brown paint to get this bunny painted, but no, we gotta glue, we gotta paint, and then we can actually paint with the color. But once I had this white squishy all painted, it was time to go in with the brown, and ooh, look at that brown. Can't just eat it. You could just eat that color. It's so scrumptious. Anyway, once I got that done, I decided to take this tan color and paint the basket with this color because I feel like that's like a generic Easter basket color, and we're trying to be as generic as possible with these squishies. However, make them unique in themselves. And then I painted all these individual popcorn kernels as Easter eggs, and this was such a tedious process. Not the painting itself, but the touching up after I painted them was so hard and tedious that you don't even understand. You wouldn't even be able to sit through the process. But finally, after I touched them all up, like literally it took forever, but I did it. And then I touched up around the basket just to make sure like it was even and smooth. And then I decided Easter baskets have like a cone pattern, a plaid pattern. So I did some stripes and then I did some other stripes in the other direction just to make the pattern on the Easter basket. And finally, going in with the eyeballs and the nose and signing it on the bottom of the squishy. And finally being done with these twin bunny squishies. And here's the transformation.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this Easter edition squishy makeover. These were quite a challenge, and I'm still not super happy with them. There's lots of little minor issues, places that could be touched up, but Easter's today, so I kind of needed to finish them. So I just decided to just be okay with the little imperfections. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys like my Easter peeps. And I do not have any name ideas for them, so if you guys have Easter name ideas, please, 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 please comment them down below and help me name these cute little twin bunnies. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!